August 10th, 1998. Alex King had only been head of King of the Sluice Incorporated for 4 years, but he had been a fast learner. His employees had all settled into the fact that he was going to be more strict with them than Jasper had ever been. Alex believed that Jasper had been lenient with them because he had not been able to toe the line in all areas of his life, so why expect it in others? Alex was not going to let that be his excuse. He may not have attained unto perfection yet, as the Lord required of him, but at least he was striving to become such. So let sin triumph in his company? No way. The Lord expected him to do everything he could to bring his kingdom on earth as it was in heaven, and do it he would. The first thing he changed was employees were required to eat only food sanctioned by the holy word of God as clean to eat on company property. If he found them eating forbidden foods, he would dock their pay. If he caught them 10 times, they would be fired. Then he told them there was to be no alcoholic beverages on the premises, period. If caught, automatic dismissal. Gerald had exclaimed to this, "You're not serious," to which Alex had replied, "Call my bluff and see how serious I am." Yes, life was good, and Alex felt he had found the Lord's perfect path for him. Today he had finally found time to catch up on his mail, and he had dealt with everything except 2. One he had saved until last because it was from Brian White. Brian not only had accepted the new rules, but also had told Alex he had come to believe, as he did, on the need to be living sacrifices for the Lord and his way. The other letter was from Pilgrimage. Pilgrimage was becoming a problem. This letter was likely another plea for him to keep sending them his articles for their monthly newsletters. Alex had enjoyed writing for them when he was in his old job, but now he found to try and keep up King of the Sluice Incorporated and write articles for them was too draining. What was he going to do? Should he tell them to find someone else? Yeah, that was the best plan. Surely the Lord didn't expect him to wear himself down to the bone. So with a sigh, he opened their letter and read, "Dear Alex, enclosed you will find a copy of a letter from one of our former financial supporters. Is there any way you can hire her? If not, don't worry about it. We only thought it was worth a try to help encourage her. In Christian love, Susan Crosman." Alex looked first at who signed the enclosed letter before reading it. When he found it to be Crystal Matthews, he racked his brain trying to remember why that name sounded so familiar. Looking at her returned address didn't help him solve the puzzle. Their town. No, that did not sound familiar. Maybe reading the letter would help, so he read, "Dear Mr. Robinson's girls, I know it's been a long time since I wrote to you, but my life since February 6th has been quite trying. You see, my Aunt Nancy died on that date, and I have inherited her house. If things stay as they are, I won't be able to keep it, but will have to sell it and move back to her city to live with my younger sister and brother-in-law and my soon-to-be niece or nephew. I have no desire to do this, as they are not in the same frame of mind as I am where spiritual matters are concerned. They do not want me to come back either, and are hoping I can find a job soon so I won't have to take the drastic step of moving in with them. You must have noticed I haven't been supporting you as I have in the past. Well, now you know why. I've been praying for a job so I can keep my home and stay in their town. But so far, the Lord has said there is no job in their town for you, as I can't find any that I can do that won't martyr my soul if I accept them. Even though I cannot support you financially like before, never forget you have my heartfelt prayers. Love, Crystal Matthews. Alex's heart went out to Crystal. He must help her. But how? He didn't have any job openings in their town. Well, he sent up a quick prayer and then went on to Brian's letter. Dear Alex, there's not much new around here except Lindsay is pregnant and she doesn't want to come back to work after the baby is born. I'll miss her as she has been a great secretary, but I confess I think I must accept some of the responsibility in her deciding to become a stay-at-home mom. I read Proverbs 31:10-31 to her. Well, I must get busy finding a new secretary, so Lindsay can leave as soon as possible. Godspeed, my beloved friend, Brian. Alex marveled at how quickly the Lord answered his prayer. He did have a job for Crystal after all. He must call Brian right away.